Hi guys, so I was asked to show a couple of strength drills that I do regularly to help with my scoliosis. So I have lots of stretches and strengtheners that I do, but I don't do all of them every single day. It depends how my body is feeling and what I feel is feeling tight or weak on that particular day, or maybe something that has maybe niggled during a Ashtanga practice. So I'll just go over a few of my staple ones that I use the most regularly. Okay, so the first one is side plank and normal plank. So core strength is really important when you have scoliosis, to try and help stabilize the pelvis and strengthen the body from the inside out. So my curve, it's all about the lower curve, and I'll do an extra video on that explaining my specific scoliosis and a little bit more about why side plank is so important. But for now, basically my lower curve goes out that way, so that is the side that's going to face down on side plank. Okay, so you can either do it on forearms, you can take your knee, so it's on the floor, try and draw the pelvis forward so the tailbone is pointing towards the bottom end of the mat, elbow is under the shoulder, or you can go fully up. You can also raise up the arm, and you can go onto the hand of the other arm as well. So aim to hold that, essentially building up for as long as you possibly can. Then of course there's normal plank, so you've got half plank. Again, draw the hips forwards, so the tailbone is pointing towards the bottom of the mat, and then you can also go up. I also recommend high plank as well, really good for the shoulders. And there's loads of different things that you can do. You can raise one leg, raise the other leg, move forwards and backwards, or just stay as you are. Okay. The second one is shoulder protractions. If you have a double curve, you're more than likely going to have uneven shoulders, maybe one higher than the other, maybe one more rounded than the other. So either way, this helps. So spread your fingers nice and wide apart, take the knees under the hips, lean forward so the shoulders are just in front of the wrists, moving towards knuckles. Keep the head up, and again, draw the lower belly in, pelvis tuck forwards ever so slightly, come down, and up. So it's not cat-cow, you're not rounding your back, you're moving from the chest and the shoulders. Try and focus on the index finger knuckle. One more. Okay, and then the next one is another cool one. Actually, it's a bit of a Pilates one. It's called tabletop. So I do a lot of correction in this, because if you've got a twist in the ribs, here comes the front shoe. If you've got a twist in the ribs, like I have, so my pelvis goes that way, and actually also my ribs go that way. So I have to really concentrate on strengthening across the body to come back to centre like that and to hold me a bit more central. So what I do when I go into tabletop, because it's alternate hands, alternate arm and leg, so naturally my body wants to kind of move to the side like so. I make sure I push into the hands, push into the knee, and then draw the tummy in ever so slightly. Lift the head. Now, the hardest side is my left hand and my right leg. So we'll do that. My pelvis usually kind of goes off really push into the hand, move forwards and back down. Same on the other side. Now this side is super easy. You can see the difference there. So I tend to do this side a little bit more. So you have to push into the hands, push into the knees and up. Okay, you can see the difference. You don't really have to do anything on the other side. And just make sure that your wrists are nice and healthy. Really press into the knuckles of the hands, because especially if you've got weaker chest and shoulders, you might feel it in the wrists. So do some wrist circles, press into the knuckles, spread the fingers out. So yeah, they are my go-to drills that I probably do the most, but there's lots and lots of other things that you can do, and it does depend on your curve as well. Everyone's curve is different. So I hope that helps. Send me some questions, send me some requests. I'll see if I can help, and I'll continue sharing what I've experienced.